Hello, chat buns. How are you? How are you? Well, Disney. Oh, yeah, the wonderful, the amazing, the fantastic. And I'm here in my big jacket. My handbag is a bit iffy, but hopefully I won't use it. Special thing. It was a very quick thing. I can't look this stuff. But hello. How are you all? How are you, Cassie? Cassie here with the But yeah, hopefully people watched Amazing Frogcast Baseball, in which I did not particularly well. But it's okay. They're doing furniture moving. Incredible. That's a lot of work. I'm just doing like flat tidying and self-care mostly. Well, I'm trying to do more of it. I'm mostly just sitting around and people, but you know. So it goes. But yeah, other than that, not really much to report. As I said, there's not much going on recently. Just sorting my life out. All my hands like that. Can't put this in video, so I have to hold my hand. But yes, I am here. So I just doing this. Move that forward. Yes. So. Nothing really important to announce. Just business as usual, I guess. But weather's nice at least. I've been going outside, having fun. Other than that, so today, what the plan is for today, might as well start that off the is, well, not really a plan, I just was like, oh, there's the Shadowverse, two things that really like brought back this like desire to play Shadowverse again. One is that they gave away a shitload of packs. I think you can still get the packs. I think the event, like the giveaway's still going. It's like 50 packs for each of the current throwback rotation sets. A lot of cards. And the other thing was the fact that specifically this rotation set, this throwback rotation. So how Shadowverse works these days, because it's kind of like on semi-end of service as they're getting ready for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, the next game that will be more refined and all, and shinier and all that stuff, is basically they go through old set rotations per month. So it's called throwback rotation, and it is just like old standard rotation formats that have been done in the past, but it's like done on an accelerated schedule, so it's like they change every month, and it's like kind of a faff to keep up with, but because they gave away a shitload of packs, and because it was a deck that I kind of like kept onto, because I have a deck in this rotation that I kept onto because I have such fond memories of it, I was able to like remake the deck properly. Like, yay! And I haven't really played any. I've only like, I thought I'd save like playing on ladder against other people for the stream, so I've only really like just made sure the deck still works. I know how to play it against AI, against the computer so far. But yeah, so you'll see it in a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of like the main reason is like I gave us a bunch of cards, and they let me, and one of my favorite decks that's ever been in the game. I don't really is it hard to judge whether or not I actually like the particular meta the deck is in for this throwback rotation, but I remember having very fond memories of the deck. It's amazing how much my hands my sleeves fit through my boobs. The problem of having huge boobs and huge sleeves. Much better. So it goes. But anyway, so Yeah, button. As you can see, I have. It is mostly something that's just like built into Warudo on its own. It's got a little you can put keyboard and mouse like props, and they do all the tracking. So you can see I've got. So I just thought that was a cute idea. Part of me wants to make a separate one because, like, when I'm my hand. Because when I play these games, obviously I'm not using the keyboard as much, so I kind of want to have. I want to do a custom setup, have like a hand of cards. Like, I think there are like Yu-Gi-Oh card props in the Warudo workshop, so I can probably do it quite easily, and just have that, as a holding position. But I didn't. If we don't want to spend money on it. Yeah, so for those who don't know, this is Shadowverse. It is a collectible card game because it's one of the online ones. There's no trading and stuff, and there's a Grand Prix going on. Ooh, that'd be a good chance to show off. And it ends today. Wow, I wasn't really paying that much attention. But yes. So it is a card game with decks. You have decks of 40. Is it 40 or 40? It's 40 cards, isn't it? Yeah, 40 cards. And you play them. And if you played something like Shadowverse, it's very similar to that. Sorry, a little bit sort of. No, of course it's similar to Hearthstone. Of course it's similar to Shadowverse. It is Shadowverse. If you played something like Hearthstone, it's very similar to that. You get a mana in this game. It's called play points every turn, and then you use those to play cards. And there's some manipulation in that. And the deck that I'm really valuable with is this Runecraft deck. And I'll show off this. This is the no, this is the more standard version. And this deck kind of has like several names. It's often called it's officially called Mysteria Velsar Rune because it uses the Mysteria Velsar cards, but it doesn't really use the some cards have a trait. I don't realize you can't see the thing, but some cards have like a trait. So you can see Greya here has Mysteria, and she can, which comes into play, but doesn't really come into play in this kind of deck. Oh, I'm really not. My hand is just not getting tracking. I mean, if I move this here, okay, it's a bit there. Okay, yeah, and like the Mysteria trait is basically all the cards from the Cygames. So there's a lot of like Cygames crossover stuff because if you've ever played they're very very old gacha or Rage of Bahamut, you see a lot of similar art. The original game was basically made from the ground up, just recycle all the cards were basically recycled Rage of Bahamut card arts, and so they still pretty much kept up with that until but now they'll probably keep doing it even in Worlds Beyond because there's a lot of card art in Rage of Bahamut. So yeah, so the idea of the Mysteria decks is sometimes also called Abyss Rune because there is a card that no one played that does work with this archetype. Because the idea is that the cards basically you banish cards for your own deck, which is also known as milling in card terms. A self-mill is like the classic card game mention of, and I think that's like a keyword in Magic the Gathering. They've actually made mill a keyword in Magic the Gathering now. It's like, fine. But yeah, basically lots of the cards in this version of the deck, this is a more pure version, this is a more like direct version of it, so a lot of the cards are very much the last inside I just are cards that are banish random cards from your deck, and then you gain bonus effects if you have less than a certain amount of cards in your deck. And like most cards have a decent effect for if you have 20 cards or less. For example, Anne here, the Star of Mysteria, summons and summoning. When you have 20 cards or less, you summon a and summoning, which is a 2 play point rush ward that banishes itself. So it's like a temporary blocker and removal creature. It's a 5/5, very good stats for that, but it just doesn't stick around. But how the deck wins is you get both Anne and Greya. Anne and Greya are like the main foundations of the deck. That's what the deck is built around. So already a point as a point in favor because lesbians. But so both of them will put, when you play them, regardless of how many cards you have left in your deck, they will put their own special spell into the deck. And they're both kind of similar but different. So Anne puts this spell Rending Blast, which is 3 play points. Greya's spell is also 3 play points. And on its base level, 2 damage to an enemy follower, and then 2 damage to you. So 2 damage to a creature, and then 2 damage to face. And that's fine for a 3 play point spell, but if you have 20 cards or less, it deals 4 damage. And if you have 5 cards or less, it deals 8 damage. And that's the crux of the deck. The crux of the deck is you want to play your Annes and Greyas to get to use spells in your hand, and also they also gain the various effects, like Greya gets huge and other stuff, but once they have 5 and then you get to 5 cards or less to deal a lot of burn damage, basically. Greya's spell is like is divided evenly across your opponent's board. Like it starts with it goes from order they came from first to last, and then eventually to their face. So like if they have creatures on board, that's going to deal less damage to the face, but it does more damage than Anne's spell. So it's usually like you'll usually start with Anne's spell to remove a follower, because 8 damage will remove pretty much anything that isn't either massive or immune to effect damage. And then Greya to finish them off with just 9 damage to the face. And you can chip in other damage from other sources, like Anne's Evolve deals 2 damage when she evolves, she deals 2 damage to any enemy, so she can do face damage with that. You also contest the board fairly well with this deck, because a lot of, especially with, and you have a very strong board control presence because of Anne's summoning, and Greya because she's just evolves into a very aggressive big target that also recovers 2 play points and evolve. And then you have a bunch of cards that support that, like Riven Earth, which is a cheap removal spell that is a much more effective removal spell if you're under 20 cards. What's the other? Scorching Blast of 20 cards, yeah. Scorching Blast doesn't banish cards, but does burn. Arcane Duplication is a very important card in the deck as well, because it, so at base level, it's just a, 2 mana to mill yourself 2, and then if you've got 20 cards or less in your deck, you draw a card, which is fine. Not great, but not fine. But if you are at less than 20 cards, you put a copy of random allied follower played this turn, which is usually you want that to be Anne or Greya, one of those two. And also, what's very useful is it only checks for your deck size at the end of turn when it triggers the duplication effect. So you can play it you can play it at the start of the turn that you know you're getting to when you're going to down to 20 or less. Because usually you only want to play it when you're above 20 if you literally have nothing there to do that turn. It's not that great. And then of course we've got Mystic Absorption, which is just a hard removal and a card draw. Very strong when you're under that 20 followers, because it can actually... It's fine enough to play beforehand, but it's better to play it later, because then you can banish something big rather than something small. And then a lot of the cards like Elixir Mixer is mostly there to go with Greya, because she buffs herself and just gives her a bunch of useful effects, like so Rush, Pain, and Drain is just very good, because it means it can attack an enemy follower instantly. She kills the enemy follower that she deals damage to, and she heals for that much. And like, if you're active, that's healing you for 6, because Greya becomes a 6/5 if you're at less than 20 cards or less, and getting the Elixir Mixer on. Molestia is just, he's got an Accelerate effect, which means that you can play him as if you don't have the play point, it's done kind of automatically, so if you don't have the 5 play points to play him as a follower, then you can play him for 2 play points where you play him as a spell, and his spell is a fairly standard cheap remove 2 play point banish removal, so exile doesn't mean it doesn't trigger last words or on death effects, basically. And self mill. And he's also a pretty decent follower on his own, if you're at less than 20 cards or less. He evolves for 0 Evo points, and when he evolves, he banishes an enemy follower. And also he just has banishes enemy follower and mills you for 2. Again, accelerated the game plan, and also holding. And he has Drain, and is just generally a tanky statted, so he can trade pretty well on the value souls, whilst also healing you a decent amount. What cards are Pyrotechnic Witch is a handy little card searcher. The searches for a random runecraft follower, except for another Pyrotechnic Witch. And if you've got 20 cards or less, she actually searches for 2 different runecraft followers and takes one off and reduces their cost by 1. That's for both of the ones that she pulls, so that can be very useful. There's a lot of good options, but you really, preferably, you want her to grab Anne and Greya. But grabbing Alestia and Mikella isn't too bad. Mikella is another card that self-buffs, so another card that works well with Elixir Mixer. And she's got the interesting effect that kind of synergizes well with the deck, is if she is banished from your deck, you put a copy of her into your hand. So you basically draw an extra card, and you get this 2/2 ward that's a 4/4 ward, or if you're under 20, or self-military. So not like an amazing card on her own, but like the fact that she goes into your hand and gives you some extra self-mill and possibly a decent ward for very cheap is just nice to have. And Sovereign Solidarity. It's a card you can play in like 2 different modes, but you only ever use the Isabel's mode. Because Tetra's mode is a Machina card. And there is no Machina synergy in this deck. This is just used to search for a Runecraft follower. The Tetris Metal effect is not used. Let me see if we can see. Here it is, just them separated out. Like, if you spell boost it 5 times, you can play both, but again, that doesn't matter at all. And Authoring Tomorrow is a nice little card that basically gives you a leader effect for your 3 turns. They're actually like formalizing these more as I think they're called sigils or runes or something, or seals or something in Worlds Beyond, but they're basically like permanent effects, kind of like emblems and Magic the Gathering, if you know about those. And that's like a permanent effect when you'll use this one's, well, they're not all permanent, some of them are temporary, like this one is it removed auto-acting effect 3 times, and basically at the end of all your even-numbered turns, it deals 1 damage to all enemy followers, and then at the end of your odd-numbered turns, you draw a card. And if it's a 10th turn or later, it just deals 5 damage to the enemy. Which doesn't usually come into play, but useful. So it's like, it's depending on when you... Because it activates 3 times, you're either activating the board clear twice or the card draw twice, so there's some flexibility on how you play it. It's like so it's very useful for stopping early aggression and also gaining card advantage. Again, like, even though it's over several turns, you can play if you play it on a odd turn. That's still 2 cards it's drawing for 2 play points, which is very useful, very efficient. And then there's Insight and Magic Missile, just standard. Deal when enemy draw a card. Drawing a card. It'll come to this in the other variant of this deck, but drawing a card is also very useful because that's basically like self-milling, but you actually get the card. But obviously it's a bit slower. This is like the standard variant of the deck, where it's very all-in on the self-mill. It wants to get your damage out as fast as possible. And there is a bit of a risk for that. Of course, you can self-mill out your Ans and your Greyas, but as long as you draw at least 1 of each, you're usually fine. At least 2, you're usually fine, and you've got Arcane Duplication, so even if you only draw 1, you're not too screwed out. But then there is the other... this is the one I was already looking for. Other one. So this one is the same deal. It's just still running Anne and Greya and Alestia and Riveneth, because it's really good. And Duplication again. So like other than that, and a couple of the core cards like Insight, Magic Missile, Sorcery Solidarity, and Offering Tomorrow, those are like kind of like staple Runecraft cards that you see in a lot of decks. It's actually built more around the spell boost mechanic, which is kind of like Runecraft's core mechanic. So spell boost, Fiery Brace is a good example, is basically whenever you play a spell with this card in hand, it gains an incrementing bonus. So in this case, every time for Fiery Embrace, every time you play a spell whilst Fiery Brace is in your hand, it reduces the cost of Fiery Embrace by 1. You play 8 spells, you get a zero cost hard removal. That's very strong. So this is a basic Runecraft card. It's one of the core examples from Spell Boost. So this kind of like uses just rather than running a lot of the self-mill, it runs a lot of Spell Boost, because Spell Boost effects have there's a lot of card draw. So like a strong card in this is Crystal Witch. It has the same Spell Boost effect as Fiery Embrace, but it's a creature, so you get to play a 2/3 off for potentially 0 play points. And it draws a card and then Spell Boost, which is a good important. It draws and then Spell Boosts a card. If it was like a spell that draws a card like Insight, it Spell Boosts first, then draws a card. So that's important to know. And so it's basically combining the 2 things. Like one of the main Spell Boost cards, for as long as she was in the meta, is Rooney, who fanfare Spell Boosts, and then draws a card. Again, important. She Spell Boosts, then draw a card, so it's not as good as Crystal Witch. But as she's been spell boosted more and more times, she gains more and more effects. So she's been spell boosted once, you draw a card. She's been spell boosted 4 times, you draw a card and deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. 7 times, you do all those and then deal 3 damage to the enemy's face and restore 3 defense. And if it's 10 times, you then put 3 copies of Rooney into your hand. Now these 3 copies will have will have no spell boost, so you do have to work up from again. But again, it's like it's very much so. Like in a pure spell boost deck, you basically aim for like constantly never running out of gas. You always have Roonies. Roonies to the ends of the earth. You just don't get rid of it. You spell boost her to 10 and then you play them off. Usually only have to spell boost 1 to 10, really. Once you go beyond that, you're really left too many Roonies, and you also... It does have a risk of filling your hand too much, because you have a hand limit of 9, if I remember correctly. This deck doesn't usually go that far. It doesn't spell boost that much. Like the other mainstay spell boost payoff is Gios. Viking Prison, a very fabulous man. And he's interesting because he activates... He basically, as he gets spell boosted, he summons a menagerie of creatures at the end of turn as long as he's in your hand. So you never really want to actually, like, play this card. Oh, you just want him to sit in your hand and spell boost him, and then he'll summon a vegetable, like so. 5 times he summons Owlcat, which is alright. It's a 2/1 follower that has Clash, which means when it fights another follower, the Clash effect happens first, which can be quite useful here because it's destroy an enemy follower if it's attacked with 1, so you can't get the efficient because it's a 2/1. If your enemy follower your opponent tries to trade, if it's fighting a 1-attack follower, it just eats it rather than them trading. And sometimes you've got a really beefy follower with 1 attack, so useful. 10 times you get a Mist Dragon, which is a 4/3 that can't be attacked, which is very annoying for your opponent. Incandescent Dragon. Once you get to 15 spell boosts on Gios, he summons an Incandescent Dragon, which is a very funny card because it's not only is it a big 8/6. But whenever it has the effect of whenever an enemy follower attacks, you give it -2, -0. That is permanent, and they said it's any attack, which can be very annoying for any kind of deck that likes to swing a lot, especially Swordcraft or other decks that like to play a lot of small bodies, because it's basically, as long as Incandescent Dragon is on the field, they basically can't attack because they won't have any attack. And then if he's been summoned 12 times, he finally just summons himself and evolves himself for free. And when he's evolved, he's a 7/7 ward that can't be destroyed by effect, which is very annoying. So kind of what ties the self-mill aspects and the spell boosts, because there's not compared to a spell boost there isn't really that much spell, but what it does have is access to Crystal Fencer. It's a 3-play.33. So, which is standard stats, really. This is fanfare spell boost cards. Okay. But if you have 20 cards or less in your deck, you spell boost the cards 5 times instead. So this is how you tie the self-mill aspect to the spell boost aspect. Is that rather than playing a bunch of spells, you have Crystal Fencer, who spell boosts things 5 times. And so that instantly knocks Gios off a tier, for he'll summon another creature. Rooney gets a bunch of shit. The Fiery Embraces are really cheap, your Crystal Witches are free. All that good stuff. And then that usually gives you a lot more freedom, so it kind of tends to play a little better against a lot more of the meta decks. Whilst this one's probably better for straight up laddering, I think. This one's more of a... This version tends to do better in tournaments where you can be a bit more flexible. Whilst for laddering, just killing your opponent as fast as possible is usually a better play. Also, Arena. Basically, any best of 1 format, I think the pure self-mill variant tends to do. So let's do this. Let's do Grand Prix. Grand Prix is basically an attempt to... You get 5 matches. You see how many matches you can get. If you get enough wins, you qualify for the next group. So you get 4 wins to qualify for Group A. Let's see. Is anyone actually playing? There is people playing. Good, good, good. Okay. Up against Portalcraft? I can't remember what Portalcraft is doing at this point in the meta. Oh, they were doing absolute modesty stuff, so okay. So I'm just gonna keep Sorcery and Solidarity here. Mystic Absorption is very good against Portalcraft. They don't like their stuff getting banished. Ballista are also very good. Okay, not playing anything on turn 1. Pretty good if against Portal, really. I would like a random Runecraft follower. That is Anne. Excellent. Ooh, it's some resonance. Interesting. So I'm gonna just Pyrotechnic Witch rather than waiting for it to get value. I'd rather draw more cards before I start get more followers in hand before I start self-milling. No, this is Resonant Pulse. So they've got Colossus, Omega. There's not really much I can do about that right now. Offering tomorrow. Offering tomorrow on its even turn when they don't have any board. Hi, isn't that great? I'm gonna end my turn. None of the cards in hand do much. This is kind of annoying. Okay, yeah, he's getting an Evo out of his puppet. Okay. So I'm going to start by drawing. Here's what I'm doing. Offering tomorrow. And now I'm going. Alright, it's 2 play points. I'm just gonna not worth removing that then, because it's gonna cut us off anyway. He doesn't really do anything on Evo, so it's fine. Arthurs of Remembrance, yeah. So what they're playing Resonance Portal. What Resonance activates is Portal's effect that activates whenever their deck count is their deck has an even number of cards in it. So they basically do this by mostly just drawing cards one at a time so that they keep activating and deactivating Resonance. So I just need to think about how I'm gonna. I do really want to have. Let's just start with Insight. Draw a card. This isn't good. I have to play on Anne here, even though it's not great. No, I really shouldn't. No, I don't know what. I will play Alestia. Doesn't really matter which one, so I might as well banish. Well, we're fucked up. I've got too many cards in deck. Live up Micaiah. No, she's fucked me over. So they get Colossus Omega, but like, it's not actually. I think he's mostly just a free Evo, and he'll do 3 damage to my face, which is kind of annoying. But I think I'm not doing too well. I think I've fucked something up here. So I'll overdraw a card. Okay. We got Combustion Demon. There's removal. We do have to. That would have been useful. Okay, so that's happening. That's happening regardless. Okay, that's good. That's exactly what I wanted. I fucked up the ordering there. So I have to, to actually remove this guy, I have to do this. This is why I fucked up. I should have done arcade duplication first, because then I'd have, Fuck! Oh, altering tomorrow fucked me over. Oh no, I am in such a bad position. One rending blast isn't gonna cut it, and I'm losing cards rapidly. They're gonna owe one, basically. Oh, that hurts! That hurts real bad. I need cards out of my deck, but not out of my hand. Okay. I need to do that to get rid of you. I do this to get some followers at hand. Okay, excellent. Grid on board doesn't really matter. Like, I could give Greya or Elixir Mix, but that doesn't. I need to do this just to get cards out of my hand, really. Let's just make and board. Because having a ward in play is going to be useful, because they are getting to the point where they might be able to just kill me. Colossus Omega is fine. Basically, my hope is that I have at least one more Anal Greya in my deck. Ugh, Combustion Demon is such a good card! Okay, you are not anything I actually needed. I'm gonna Mystic Absorption because I need to draw. Take out you. Not great. And I kind of have to... They're making such a strong board that I don't really have space to do anything, and I don't have if I don't draw another Anal Greya, I don't have the means to kill them. Because this is not enough. If I've milled all my other Ans and Greyas, which I know for a fact I've milled one of. Oh, this is where I die! Okay, it's not where I die, so I take a lot of damage. I'm not dead yet. I don't have any method of drawing cards or winning. I can at least get rid of that absolute box, so we can do this. Elixir Mixer. Trade that. I can't burn any of my... It literally is, I have to... I can't apply the Arcane Duplication because I can't risk milling it. Yeah, turn 9! Remember when this could happen? I'm so fucked. I don't see how I have a chance of winning this, because I fucked up so much. Maybe I should have gone straight into the Grand Prix. Yep, there's another Absolute Tolerance. This is what Portalcraft is doing. Yeah. I could have done that so much better if I hadn't fucked up. I like made so many misplays that game. Former Yu-Gi-Oh player, didn't I? Turns went that high. Yeah, this is. Oh, I mean, turn 9 in Shadowverse was a thing that didn't happen for a long time. It's like, I guess it happens all the time in throwback rotation because oh shit. But I mean, I play Yu-Gi-Oh all the time, Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel all the time, so I'm aware. Yeah, it's fine, which is kind of like why I'm glad they're doing Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, kind of like reset things, so rather than keep going the thing. Okay, so we want to keep Greer and nothing else. So they're playing Runecraft again. Are they playing the same Runecraft deck is the question. Oh. What's a pop today? No, they're playing Artifacts. Okay. So I want to banish this man. Because when he hears the last words, put a paradigm shift into play, and I want to reduce the amount of paradigm shifts they have. Altering Tomorrow here is really tempting, but no, I think it's better to banish this man. Well, I need to get rid of that, so... Basically, reducing the amount of Paradigm Shift is 7 play points sell. When an artifact follower is destroyed, subtract 1 from the cost of this card. And it summons and you can use it to summon a variety of incredibly dangerous and powerful artifacts. So... At this point, I do want to... I have to Greer first because I need the refund. Question is, what do I do now? That trade happens. I could Resentful Blazer... No, Resentful Blazer as a removal isn't going to do that much. Arcane Duplication doesn't get me down to enough. I guess I just Sorcerer and Solidarity. Get an Anne, excellent. Anne will be good next time. Ooh, Mobilize Factory! That's scary. Okay, whenever now that's the amulet that says whenever an allied artifact follower comes to play, give it rush and recover a play point and draw a card. They are off to shenanigans now. The disadvantage being they have to play 5 play points for a artifact for a amulet that does otherwise very little. But I've got a lot of banish in hand, which does help me. So we start with Arcane Duplication. So we're not going to get Anne's effect on, but that's fine. They've still only got one paradigm shift. I haven't allowed them to get that many paradigm shifts in hand. And I'm at this point now. I'm at the point where I can start gaining health back. That's oh no, that's bifurcating because they're running low on artifact, and also they have Mobilize Factory. That's pretty good. That draws 2 cards. That makes a lot of sense. So basically, every time an artifact comes into play, which is Warcraft's main trait of follower, they get a play point and draw a card. So as long as I don't have any amulet removal, so I can't really do anything about this. So my only hope is to really just kill them before they kill me. Smart move of not picking the... There's two choices here. You can either have one that's a... Yeah, right. So... Like, I do need to get these rending blasts out. It's an even turn. I think I do want to... Evolve, take out... I could have done face, actually. I probably should have done face. But I've got... Currently, really, now my objective is just to survive until I get to, less than 10 cards. So they can have this paradigm shift. It's fine. I'm offering tomorrow here for board wipe, and I will knock you down with the temporary follower. And that takes out those two. So they have two paradigm shifts. One is... 4 cost at this... No, 2 cost at this point. Basically 0. Okay, it's 0 cost at this point. They are overdrawing there. I do have lots of removal. Strike form punch that out. What? Barrier kills and airstrike goes to my face. You paradigm shift another airstrike. Yeah. Not a great situation. No, trading the airstrikes. They want to make sure they get the, get at least one dead, so I don't banish it. Smart. Then you trade that. Another airstrike. Ugh. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. But didn't attack, ran out of time! Okay. Here's how we can still win this. So we need to... Almost certainly Alestia this turn. I would love to banish one of these airstrikes just so I don't take the damage, but I don't think that's an option, because otherwise I just die to this barrier. Altering Tomorrow will draw me a card this turn, so... If only Scorching Blast did one more damage, that would be perfect. But it doesn't. Banish. What? Anything else I can really do this? I can Arcane Duplication, so I'm either playing... I think I need to play the Ward, though. Does it actually hurt me? No, I need to, like, I literally need to get cards out of my deck. Or I need to race. The 4/4 Ward does actually very little to me, because it actually gives them more things to trade into. So that they can accelerate their... So they can just accelerate their game plan. So I think if I play Michaelia, I'm dead I would have been dead regardless. This is the play that actually gives me the best chance of actually winning. Because it gives me another Alistair. Alistair. Who can help me survive next turn. Okay, they're trading that. Ooh. That's 10 damage. Oh no, they trade that. Paradigm shift, that's still only 10 damage. So I'm still alive. I'm in a really bad spot, but I'm alive. That would have been a great card to have. Okay. Does that put... Oh, that does put a paradigm shift in the hand. I don't know how I can survive this, but I can try. Okay, so... I think I have to banish you to reduce as much damage as possible. Scorching Blast you, and then I don't have a removal for... if I had the... No, I would have been fucked up. I'm dead. There is almost no way I survive this, but it is possible. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh well, good attempt. Maybe I should have done the spell boost variant. That probably would have gotten me better results. Just given me much better board control and less risky, but oh well. Locked into this version on the Grand Prix. You can't change decks in the middle of the Grand Prix, so... I had a good start there, but I just couldn't get the... Problem is like, I could have probably started trying to burn them down, but I was in under too much pressure, and Artifact Rune does actually have a... Artifact Portal does have a pretty good amount of healing. This is an Idol Master Girl. Okay, so they're playing Fairy Forest. Fair enough. I've got a pretty acceptable job. Yeah. Sometimes you can't win. That's the part of card games. Sometimes you simply cannot win. But it's interesting, you gotta do your best to try and not lose. Tutor then draw. Alberta, the Autumn Blade! And away she goes. She'll be back later. Well, that's a good pickup. I would like to... Here, I need to start getting... I need to get some cards out of my deck here. Just curb their early aggression. Knock out one of their fairies, because that's just useful. And if she left her Ravenon, she'll be back when they've played 4 cards in a single turn. Which they're going to do right now. There she is. This is very aggressive. Wow. I would have liked to have this Freya active, but I guess just don't get that choice. Right, what's left? So probably... Evolve... I probably might actually just play this Resentful Blaze right here. What does it deal? It deals 5 damage. Or I play... No, I think I do this maneuver actually. Leaving them the fairy up is a bit risky, but this rapidly accelerates my ability to actually kill. And getting a cost-reduced Alistair is really good. That's healing. There's Arya Miasma Fairy. I'm going to be taking a lot of pings. But I do have a lot of healing in hand, so... Okay, so I'm going to destroy Blitz Mixer, and I'm actually going to evolve. Actually, do I actually? Yeah, I'm going to evo. And then play... Okay. I'm in a pretty good spot, and I've healed a bunch. And I'm getting pretty close to my less than 5 cards limit. That was slightly annoying, that was the best target for them to hit. Basically, they've got a leader effect on that means anytime a fairy comes into play, it gets +1/+0 rush and last words deal 1 damage to enemy leader. So they're all about bonking my face and being annoying. But I have a boatload of healing. So I would like... Banish one of you. Trade you for a net gain of 3. Question is, do I use one of these Resentful Blazes now? Yes, because it means next turn it sets me up to kill next turn. So even though that's only 6 damage. Okay. Second Alberta. Thankfully Albertas do not stack. So... I could really do... Is that... surely that's not killing me. Yeah, that's not enough. It hurts, but it's not enough. Okay. So I'm at 7. The only slightly annoying thing is I don't have a way to... If I had any 2 play point spell that banished 2 cards, I'd win here. But I do not. So we must simply survive. Like, they have no cards in hand, so... It's very unlikely that they can, but I'm still going to play Michaela rather than burning them here. Just to be on the safe side, because if I'm not killing them this turn, I'm killing them next turn. I've got more than enough damage in hand unless they can somehow heal to full with a single card. Yeah, they just give up. The kind of annoying thing is Rending Blast does need a target. So you do sometimes need to shoot your own guy. But it does always hit the opponent's face. If there's nothing on the board, you can't play Rending Blast. It's fucked. Because it needs a target. I don't know if it can. I think it might still just go face regardless. I can't remember if they changed that or not, but I'm pretty sure it needs a target to cast. So if there's nothing on the board that can be targeted. Important distinction, like there are followers that can't be targeted. And amulets, obviously, you can't shoot those. Then you can't cast Rending Blast. But yes, against Dragoncraft, I will keep Authoring Tomorrow and Greer. I drew another Authoring Tomorrow, that's kind of rubbish, actually. What manner of dragon? What is Dragoncraft playing at this time? Wow, it could be literally any Dragoncraft deck that's ever existed, apart from like only the most extreme aggro variants, and even a bunch of those ran ramp. Yeah, I see. Yeah, this makes sense. Let's just get you out of here. And so we'll be authoring tomorrow for cards. I have to imagine the format is truly fucked when Dragoncraft isn't playing things yet. I don't think there ever was one. Apart from maybe some weird variant of Discard Dragon, maybe. Yeah, like I said, I played the game from fucking near enough launch. Yep, there's Reggie. Okay, so I'm just going to check. If we can't Arcane Duplication Greer, but we can Arcane Duplication and next turn, so I'll probably do that. So I'll do is Arcane Duplication Greer. Yeah, 2 playfights thing. I'm gonna play. We play Authoring Tomorrow just to get out of the can, really. Does it reset the count? Yeah, no it doesn't. It doesn't even reset the count. It is literally, but that was literally just to get it out of hand. And I didn't have anything better to do with the play points, like Arcane, it was too early for Arcane Duplication. Yeah, that was... play points can't be lost, and they deal 2 damage to my face. How rude. Okay, now we can Arcane Duplication and evolve and go face, I think. Okay, ooh, Mystic Absorption's a good card for against Dragon, because it's just unilateral with this. Ow. Play points can't be because of the implications. Okay, this hurts, but I do have healing. Kind of sucks to lose that Arcane Duplication, but it's fine. So I'm at. I need to heal past this, so evolve you. Elixir mixer. As I said, I would have preferred to have Greyer, but that's fine. We trade that one to heal 6 and run out, and then we play another Mikair, so we just have a ward. Then we get to push face a little bit. Tiamat Omega! That's fine. Some Grand Blue Fantasy. That is fine. No, they gave up because they don't have any other finishes. Okay, I'll take that. Right, just enough healing to put myself out of their range. And they were like, yeah, no, they can't. They were just like, well, I don't think I can win from this position. They probably didn't just have any other finishes in hand. And it was highly likely that I was able to, I guess they thought they were afraid I might just have more Alistairs, which I didn't. So, I mean, I might have had Alistairs in the deck. Is this the same one? No, they were playing Gallimer. It might be the same person, just using different leaders. I think this is a different Dragoncraft person. Okay, so we keep Insight and Magic Missile. So they're going to do their ramp, and I'm going to... Oh God. I love drawing cards! Okay, same kind of deck. It's kind of annoying. We're gonna play Reggie, and I don't actually have any removal for it. Well, she's only... I can... Yeah, no, it's 2 play points or less. This is real bad. This is real bad! I have such a bad start! Okay, I can... Okay. I can kill her next turn, so I'm taking 3 here, which is really bad. And also I don't have any goddamn... Oh, Razia! Razia's not too bad, I've got Banish for Razia. The ramping should not be an additional benefit you get on top of a legendary really good creature. That's just eh. Right, what's my best play here? Yeah, I do need to get rid of that. So I think I... Yeah, this sucks, but I have to do it. I take 3 here. Like, this is going real bad, but... I needed to clear the board. They are overflowing. What are they evolved for? Are they not trading? Okay, I'm not doing it. So... Okay, that's good. Oh, please. Education, Greya, Evolve Greya to get the play point refund, and then authoring tomorrow to get it out of the hand. I can't remember. And there's a card Rex, and it drew me in! Excellent! I was worried, like, maybe I want to play Pyrotechnic Witch for the, card draw. This is gonna hurt! Razia on the bike! Ow! That hurts a lot! Yeah, I'm always like, I'm careful about calling, like, particular decks. Whatever. Right, I'm gonna trade with Anne here, because I want to keep the ward as healthy as possible. Now the question is, do I want to play another ward, or be greedy and play Greya? Or do I think I'm greedy? I think I'm greedy and play Greya. And yeah, then you Bahamut Primeval Dragon, deal 4 damage to all followers. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I think I kill? Yeah. I don't even need to... Yeah, just play the Arcane Duplication and 2 Resentful Blazers and win. Ooh. 3 wins, not bad. Yeah, I'm pretty mellow on calling like a deck particularly brainlets or whatever. I just think it's like, like I've played that deck. I can't talk. I don't think it's like conducive to getting better at the game to like just say my opponent's playing a simple overpowered deck or whatever. We don't need pack tickets. That's where I got something out of them. 8 throwback rotation card back. I got 8 of them. I'm gonna wait until I can get 10 of them. Or just wait until another... I'm probably better saving those off for a different rotation set, because I've got everything I want for this set. Let's play some... rank then. Let's play the, Spellcraft version. The Spell Boost version. See how that goes. I'll play one... I just realized then... I'll play one game and then take a little break because I need awful. Shadowcraft. Okay, so we keep Insight and Crystal Work. And I understand where your frustration comes from, but I just don't think that's a healthy way to think about things. Then it's very easy then, if you're like, oh, I lost because my opponent's playing an OP deck, then it's very easy to just not think about how you beat that deck. And just think, okay, I guess I just lose then, and then you're just... I've got so many spell boosts in hand, I suppose there's... Ooh, Alistair is very good. Deny them some shadows next time. Or let's say, sacrifice it to whatever. We can... Well, this is a bit risky. You and then play a pistol short card draw. You got an Anne, okay. And secured. And you've got an Owlcat. They can't kill with this character. Yeah, I think it's fine to have simple decks that are easy to play. Okay, they go first. Which means they're probably... What's my Geos? Oh yeah, my Geos is at 5, so it's just summoned an Alcott. Okay, they're gonna draw a shitload of cards, because that triggers when some of those... Oh. So I'm not gonna do much else this time. Okay, let's start with sorcery to get an follower. Rare, excellent. And then we'll play Crystal Witch. It is an even turn, so this will deal 1 damage. And I will eat this for free with the Owlcat and save my Evo point. Yeah. Geos is at 8, so 2 spell boosts. I'll probably get that next turn. Therese, Bride of the Night. He killed my Owlcat. Okay, Jill. So the question is here. Do I want to do Arcane Duplication shenanigans now, or later? I think I want to do them now. I think I need to get started on those. Cost Riven, cost 4 play points or less, or these cost 3. This Destroy. I'm gonna start by... Let's take out you. Trade you. Arcane Duplication. Greya. Or I could have banished her as well and also milled a bunch. Oh well. I fucked up slightly and Riven her. I'm gonna take out one of those, that's why I attacked first, and I get a Mist Dragon. Misty Dragon. Do I still have Offering Tomorrow? Yeah, I do have Offering Tomorrow next time. Oh, Lunas Tyrant. Yeah. As expected. But, thankfully, we have an answer to that. Like, it's got this nasty lost words on it. No, we don't. Banish, baby! Honestly, they're probably better banish targets, but I need to... I don't really have... I suppose I did have better turns for that. But no, it's too risky. Like, depending on what it could bring back, actually. Okay, Darkest Desire. Nightmare Devourer. So that... Okay, so Darkest Desire for flooring me. They got the Bakus out. Rather annoying. Okay, how the fuck am I doing this? I think if I ping... Yeah. Okay, that's really good. What does that get, Geos? That'll get me Incandescent Dragon, which is really fucking good. But I also need to play things. So I'm gonna Greyer as well. So I want to Greyer, Evo for the play point refund. Crystal Fencer. Switch. I really didn't need to ping that one. I forgot I didn't have Authoring Tomorrow active. Fuck it. And we Fire Embrace one of these. 18! If only he was 20, that would have been a really good, but Incandescent Dragon is still good. It can still possibly obliterate me. Not out of the woods yet, but I am online next turn is the thing. So if anything on this board survives... Okay. They're trading down. And then just another gang of Bakus, I see. Which I am fine with, because I haven't committed any burn. They're evolving, so they can actually take out the Incandescent Dragon. That's fine. So my main objective is to simply survive a turn. I want to Anne, but I don't want to, where's it? Authoring Tomorrow is 1 damage to all. I would like to play, so I want to play Anne and 2 spells, is the thing. So I would like to have... Do I evolve? I think I do evolve Anne here. Like, it puts me down to 1, but then I'm planning on winning next turn anyway. So... Actually, no, what I think I do is, I think I do... Just to be on the... probably didn't need to be on the safe side, but... Geos is very good to have on the board. It's gonna be... It's very they can't, like, remove it with the effects. And I've got this other ward in play. And yeah. Oh! I probably could have gotten away with Anning their face. And then keeping the health on the Ann summoning. But no, don't battle again. I was about to go battle again, but no, I need the bathroom. Be right back. Wow! I'm back. Mm-hmm. Dragoncraft against probably the same deck. Like, I'm not entirely sure if there was any other competitor. I kind of want to keep all of these, but I probably shouldn't keep. Rune, I definitely want to keep. Going first, I don't want to keep Offering Tomorrow either. That's better. Magic Mist is better than Offering Tomorrow. Yeah, I guess Offering Tomorrow isn't that bad, but this is a much better starting hand overall. And I've secured a win con in hand, so. Use that to your face because I just want to draw a card. Damage doesn't matter to me. This is slightly annoying. Oh, thank you, you gave me a Riven Earth target. Players. Usually it's best, like this deck you just want to be drawing cards with Rooney, you don't super care about any of the other effects. They do lack removal for the Reggie though. Oh, they don't have the Reggie, that's good. Give me a fun roll. That is acceptable. It's not a great spot. I might just have to do a very if they Razia! Can I top deck Alistair? That would be great. That would be so funny if I top deck Alistair at this point. But I would like to not take 6, but that's not top decking Alistair at this point, is it? It is drawing cards though. I have to Fiery Embrace it, even though I really don't want to. To play the higher cost Fiery Embrace because I don't have anything else to do with my turn. Ow! Time to take 6 damage! And get an owl cat! Yeah! I can get a... Okay. Okay. Where's enough? Yeah. Let me play a Rune. Do we play Anne here? No, we wait until next time. Play Anne. Play Display Pistol Witcher. We bot them in the face with the Elcat. That is 8. Okay, so next turn we can get a big Geos off. There's the Reggie at last. Does have Storm, which hurts! Ow, am I just dead? No, but I did hurt a lot. Okay, okay. It's fine. I need to keep the ward up, so I'm trading Anne out of this. Grace. Alcat. What's Geoff at? Geoff is at 10, so I can play this Crystal Witch now. Oh right, that's why I shouldn't have played the Crystal Witch, because I needed to make sure I played Arcane Duplication, and now I'm dead. It doesn't matter. Literally did not matter at all. I needed Alistair at some point, or any Banish to deal with that Razio. So I didn't have to take 6 damage. 6 damage! Shadowcraft again. I'll keep Rooney, but not the others I need. Okay, that's better. Okay. Well, Sorcerer will conjure up a friend. Crystal Witch, good. You gonna end your turn, friend? Or are you planning ahead? You can see me, like, hold my hand out in deep thought. The pose I usually strike when playing card games. One hand on the mouth, the other hand on the chin or whatever. Okay, there. Alright, well, wait. Okay, that means that just playing Rooney here is fine. Ooh, insight, perfect. Why, thank you. Bit late on the Geos, but as long as I can find room for Crystal Fencer, it's fine. My god, Celeste Omega! Yeah, I'm not good. No, ew, pain in my goddamn ass. Alright, how the... Oh, offering tomorrow, perfect. Literally the best draw I could hope for in this situation. So Greya, Evo Greya. We knock down left, and then we play offering tomorrow so that we take out the 5-1. Not ideal, but it's what we got. Okay. Really? It is not Do I want to risk duplicating Rune? I do not. So this is... I'm gonna take a bunch of them. Okay. That's fine, because that means they're only making 2 of those. 2 more of those. Arguably could have been worse if I'd killed any of their board. Wicked Rebirth. It's such a wicked card! Okay. Gonna kill one of you. Oh, look at your thoughts. Then we do... You know what's even 6 I would like. Yep. I could evolve. Oh fuck, I forgot it hadn't triggered the Alcat. Shit. I thought I was gonna get a Mist Dragon. Oh well, losing Mist Dragon isn't the worst of things. Oh, the Gremry is active! They can do shenanigans now! If that means the first necromancy they perform each turn not only refunds its Shadow's cost, but also they get their play points back. Oh, this is so bad! They have such a large board! Got big Gremry found in the chat, I see. Right. Alright, here's how we can still win this. First we need to trade off a bunch of shit so I actually have room on the board. And then inside. And... oh. Trade off you. Rail. Evo. Radio. Resentful Blow 6. So if I... what's you? Yeah, so I can... Rooney... Resentful... and that will clear their board. Yeah. Oh! Not out of the woods yet, but... I do have 2 Resentfuls and an Ann in play. They will, however, make a massive fucking board that I won't have an answer to. Hi, Asby. Hello. How are you? Good to know. And they're digging. You'll Necro Impulse. They're trading with the Necro Impulse. That's a good sign. And Celeste Omega. That's only 1 body though. I don't have removal for it. Is the problem. But what I do have... oh, I can't Ann and... I can Crystal Fence, Resentful Blaze, Fiery Embrace, and Resentful Blaze, which is probably my only out at this point. And I'll get Gios as well from doing that, so that's actually pretty good. They can't play spell. I forgot about Celeste Omega's really annoying effect that I can't play spells or amulets. Fuck! Why does she have that on the card? Okay. Oh, I fucked up. I need to trade this, otherwise I don't get Gios. There's Incandescent Dragon and Gios himself. As long as they don't have their third fucking Celeste Omega, I win. I can hopefully, as long as I survive this turn and they don't have their third Celeste Omega, I win. That doesn't sound like I'm surviving this turn! As the Invincible Monster Trio! But thankfully Gios is immune to Bane! Okay, yeah, they trade. Okay, Incandescent Dragon doing work. So they're gonna make a fuck huge board is the problem. Fuck off! I can't play any cards! Because they drew every copy of their Celeste Omega. Fuck off! The one card! Because they played one of their Celeste Omegas early in the game, I'm pretty sure, or... Yeah, they played one Celeste Omega already, then they played a second one for the fanfare, and then they drew the third one. Because my luck sucks. And Celeste Omega's fanfare just says Runecraft doesn't get to play the game next turn. I won't keep fire. Is it against the same fucking Shadowcraft player? This is. If I get Celeste Omega again, I'm playing a different fucking deck. Dragoncraft it says the opponent can't summon artifacts. That would be so rude. A good start there. I would like to altering tomorrow for cards. I can't even nerf that because that is a 3 play point follower. So that will get killed off by the what do I want to do this turn? I think I just want to get more cards in hand, really. Where were you last game? There's Celeste Omega number 1. You know you want to play your 2 Celeste Omega amulets in 1 turn. Okay. Problem is, I do want to get cards out of my fucking cards out of hands. I am not going to get cards out of my hand. I'm going to have too many cards in hand. Because everything I can do this turn draws me a card. Okay, good. I can empty. I'm playing this just to get it out of my hand. It's just like, I need to get cards out of my hand, please. Okay, I got a Crystal Witch instead of a Grey, but that's fine. Yeah, the plan is they didn't have a good draw, basically, I imagine. Okay. Now the question is, what the fuck is my plan? Draw cards, I guess. Be extremely aggressive. They have to have something in there. Who knows? You can never tell. Like, I overdraw here, but I'm pretty fine with my hand. I've got another Anne. I got so much stuff in hand, it's fine. They get their Celeste, but it's not a fanfare. What's Rending? Rending Blast is 4. I see. Okay, they're trying to heal up with Retracing the Past. We still have I don't have All Thing Tomorrow's gone. And they have a wide board of stuff. A bunch of those. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna just make space on my board at this point. Let's go lost words. Restore 1 defense to your leader. I would like to gain 2 shadows. So let's just be incredibly. What's your spell boost at? 2. You're not going to do damage, so. If they do have 3 Celestes, I do probably just lose. That is true. Otherwise, okay, so I can. Really not work. Rooney. I don't have Geos in hand. I might as well draw a card. Like, what plays if they do have Celeste? If they just hard drop Celeste, then they're not getting much anyway. Okay, they can Grembury and hard drop Celeste, but again, that's still not actually doing much on their turn. I think if they hard drop... Okay, they're not playing Celeste this turn. They lose. They're dead. Cool Necker Impulse. Oh, they could still Celeste this turn. Shit! But hang on, Celeste Omega doesn't have Ward, right? I'm not mad, right? So let's... Okay, Invincible Monster Trio. That also doesn't save you. That's also not enough to save you. And... GG. I feel like they probably did have Celeste Omega in hand, but they were like, hang on, this doesn't have ward. If they didn't play the Monster Trio, they just died on board, which is very funny. This deck doesn't usually do that. It doesn't usually kill people by just beating them over the head. But it works. Ooh, Swordcraft. I am not keeping any of these cards. That's good. Authoring tomorrow, going second against Swordcraft is really good. Rally, I think. Efficient trading. I do not currently have a reason to kill you, so well, yeah, I might as well. I've got enough cards that spell boost in hand for it. Naramiel! Okay, so those die to the thing, so we'll start with Insight. Then we'll Grail. Evo Grail. One card short of being able to duplicate Grail. Unfortunate. Authoring tomorrow, putting in that work. There's the bunny and the Baron. Well, this is not an ideal play. It does kind of just fuck them over. No car for you. No car! It's illegal. No driving. Oh, they had a second one. Am I gonna have to Alistair? At least this Alistair will be free. Why are they evoing? Okay, fine, we do this again! This feels very mean. And this one's for free. No car! Driving is illegal in this state. They got heals. Okay. Now you do Grey shenanigans. I should have Arcane Duplication first, but whatever. With 2 defense or less banish your running. So what do I actually want to do? If I this. Can do that. So Fiery Embrace next turn. Oh, an Anne, excellent. Fear and Heaven Sent Wind God, they're gonna make a wide board, and that's gonna be very annoying to me. They had their 3rd Bunny and Baron! After I used my 3rd Alistair! Bastards! How dare you put him up, have a 3rd one to play after I banished the first 2? That is very funny. Okay. So I want to Fiery Embrace you. You can have the car this time. You can have just 1 car. Just 1 car I offer to you. And we play Anne, puts us below 5. You bonk you. And then we Rending Blast the other one off. And next turn hopefully can kill. Like, they get their car. As long as the car doesn't heal. There are 3 indistinguishable followers. 1 leads to a car, the other 2 to no car. Ooh, Seaphon! Seaphon in the car! Reinhardt the Deathless! Only heals for 2. That's fine. I think. Not quite fine, actually. What's Gios on? Gios is only on 7. Yeah, I was hoping they didn't have healing. So I have 18 damage. So if I Fire Embrace, I don't quite kill it, so... I can't play Greya this turn. But I can Resentful Blaze twice. It doesn't do quite enough damage, but hopefully leads to me being able to do enough damage next turn. And I do have Transcendent Dragon. Okay. Okay, interesting choice to Resolve of the Fall on that one. I would have Resolved of the Fall on the Incandescent Dragon. Oh, they have the cute Chaotic Adventurer. This does not look like a way that, I suppose they just need to survive, but as long as I can... So I can't play this Magic Missile. But it depends entirely on what my final card is. If it's any kind of removal, I'm pretty good there. They're just making a big board to stop my final, Why are they clearing their own board? Oh, they just can't kill the Incandescent Dragon. Never mind. Incandescent Dragon, baby! It just wins. It just says Swordcraft no. Why didn't they kill the Incandescent Dragon, I wonder? It was... I would have gotten rid of that first. I guess because they didn't have any other spot removal in hand, so they couldn't get rid of the Mist Dragon at all. So they were thinking... Yeah, they might have been thinking that it was better to, get rid of the guy they can't remove at all, but they didn't really calculate how they could actually get rid of the incandescent dragon. It's a runecraft off. Don't want any of those cards. Easy mulligan. Not a great start. I need to get something to get this ball rolling, otherwise this is not good. All 3 tomorrow gets the ball rolling. Play that on turn 3, unless my opponent's playing a particularly aggressive runecraft for some reason, but I don't see why they would. I don't remember there being one in this particular matter. So we'll hold all 3 tomorrow for next turn so that we can get more cards out of it. So far, I have no idea what deck they're playing, because they've only played Insight, which means they're playing literally any runecraft deck. Drawing into another offering tomorrow isn't great. Again, neither of us knows what deck we're playing. The other person's playing, because we're playing just runecraft cards. I'm gonna play one of these Crystal Fences. Was there ever a format where Insight doesn't get played? Yes! Condemned Rune didn't play Insight. Sometimes. Goddess of Rebirth. Interesting. Alright, great, perfect. I'm just gonna play this offering tomorrow as a spell boost. Like, Arcane Duplication doesn't really help me any. I got a second Greya to duplicate next turn. Excellent. So I think they're playing, like, what, pure spell boost? No, they're playing the same deck, they've just got different cards. They're getting their stuff off first. That's not great for me! You might remember, Arcane Duplication, and then don't play other fucking spells. Don't play other fucking followers, rather. I'm gonna use one of these Resentful Blazers now, actually. Let's be aggressive. They're leading ahead in their deck reduction, so I need to be more aggressive. If they're gonna be playing these irons, that's fine! What's my Roonies at? Only 2. So at this point I do want to start drawing some cards, see what this is. Hi Adam! It's going fine, let's... Insight... Ah, perfect. Again, I'm not holding cards here, I'm just trying to be, way more aggressive than them. Just basically don't let them get to their less than 5 consideration whilst keeping a large board myself. Riven Earth my, ward, interesting. Okay. I think what I want to do here then is... It's going to fill my hand with Roonies, but it is going to deal... Actually, hang on. I might be able to kill this turn. If I play Insight, Resentful...
Another day, another massacre.
Oh my god, a raid from RU Mecha. Give me a second to play this game. Yeah, because 7 deals damage. Okay, yeah, I think I can do this. Actually, no. If I do this maneuver. The Shadowverse! Yeah, let's go up to full. Yeah, I don't think I was going to be just off being able to kill if I did the Ribbon Earth thing. Well, this time I do. Hi, Raiders! Welcome in, welcome in. It is me, Aya. I am the Digital Rabbit VTuber. I'm currently playing Shadowverse. You'll find he's released a spell this guy with an effect you want to avoid here. Yeah, hi, Aya, how you doing? You are just having a chat of some description, as far as I remember. Okay, and now I win, because I play... you? And they conceded. Yeah, apparently. Glad to see you back. Yes, I'm Aya. I'm a Digital Rabbit VTuber, and I'm playing Shadowverse. It's a card game that it's mostly kind of dead because they're kind of getting ready for the next game that's coming out later this year. Finally. But they've got they're currently in their kind of like throwback card rotation, whatever. It's got one of my favorite decks in, which is this deck all about burning through your own deck in order to get really strong effects off. But also, yes, don't destroy your neck. Take care of your neck. So proper posture is important. Okay, I'm up against a Shadowcross deck. Okay. Well, you banished 2 cards from your deck. You probably shouldn't have 2 cards in it, so I'll keep authoring tomorrow, but I won't keep... Okay, this is good. This is a much better start. Like, I traded Anne from Anne again, but Crystal Whip, just having a spell and Crystal Whip was good. If they put a board up, put anything on the board on turn 1, authoring tomorrow on turn... No, okay, so... In this case, I will simply Magic Missile her face. Sorry, small pudding child. Small pudding ghost child from Princess Connect. Okay, nice. I'll play Ultra tomorrow on an odd turn. We draw cards. I love drawing cards. Drawing cards in a card game. Who more will they think of next? Okay. Rooney. Draw a card. And Crystal Witch. Draw another card. Geos, excellent. And then get that wide border fucking nonsense. Which is honestly very annoying. Hey, the Lurching Corpse is such an annoying card. Suppose I can just kind of like leave it up as long as I don't play any wards. Okay. So let's... I've got more than enough cards in hand, so I don't need to worry about what I actually burn out of my deck. knock you down, and then... Yeah, I don't care about you drawing a shitload of cards. I'm just furthering my own game plan here. This is on 3. Okay, so I'll burn a card next turn, but there's not too much I'm too fussed about burning. Okay. Every Celeste Omega they don't play as a follower is a breath of relief for me. Because that's one less Celeste Omega that can stop me from playing my goddamn turn. Okay, they've evolved, that to be annoying. That was a really annoying card to burn, actually. So I'll play Crystal Fencer out just because I want to reduce the chance of losing the ward to the I guess I don't need to be as cautious currently. I can just go face. Like, face damage probably doesn't matter that much, right? What do you blow up? Perfect, that's the target I wanted you to blow up. That was the least important follower on the board. Get Gears to 10 next turn, would be nice. Ominous Tyrant. That's fine. Can I draw a banish, please? That would make me happy. You're not a banish. Right, in that case, well, let's... start with you. Hello, Arcana. Where's his Lost Words? Summon a copy of Ammo cost 2 points or less and add Lost Words to destroy this. Right, let's see what pops out of you. You, that's fine, that's whatever. In that case, let us simply spell boost a shitload. Big Geos. We'll just get our big Geos board out. And got our dragons out! Dragons are here! Can they deal with my dragons? Probably. They do have a lot of... Shadowcraft does have a lot of removal. Like another, but... they've only got one of their primary board players, but, Invincible Monster Trio does also deal with my stuff. And that does no damage, but you do gain shadows. So they're probably going to play Gremory? Because Gremory didn't invoke, which makes me think... Oh no, they're playing Chris. That's fine. Well, that does take out Incandescent Dragon, but it also means they don't have a particularly huge board for their, Okay, they got a reasonably large board for their, Chris turn. So this is slightly annoying, but I can deal. I can actually, you know, still play spells this turn. So, what's the plan here? Geos is 16. I think I want... Rending Blast is not yet online. Last was Reanimate 2, that's annoying. Okay, so I'll deal with something that doesn't actually have... Miscalculated there. For some reason I thought the Rending Blast would do 5 damage. There's their Grammary. Oh, am I dead? Do they have... They just have double Mecha Impulse? Yeah, that kills me. Fair enough. Not much I could do in that situation. They had a slightly smaller board I might have noted, but I wasn't able to put any wards. Not even Geos would have... Getting Geos out would have saved me, really, I don't think. Them's the breaks. Sometimes you simply just lose. It's just how the games go. Portal Craft. I will keep Magic Missile, but not. Actually, I could have kept. Okay, that's good. I love when you mulligan cards and get the exact same cards back. It's just like, fuck off. Okay, now Lester is very good again. Well, thank you for the follow, just a catalog. Okay, I see an artifact. I banish an artifact. It could be considered somewhat self-sabotaging, but it does slow down their game plan. I probably could have waited for another one, but here I've got another. And now we just Magic Missile their face. Don't give a shit about Android Artisan. This is getting annoying though. This is a problem. This is a problem. My hand is so bad! Okay, that makes things like that. I can claw my way back with this Rooney. This is real bad! I think I've lost this game. I don't... Wait, I do have an out here. It sucks, but I have an out. Like, this is an unfortunate play that I have to make, but I make it I fail. I have to play an Alistair with no free. I need to banish that. And bonk off that. Heal for 4. It's not great, but it's how we stay in the game. So I am on the back foot. And I don't have any Ands and Greys in hand, which is a problem. But I do have a lot of card draw in hand. The next time I get to draw a lot of cards at least. Okay, which of these? Yeah. Well, you're not going to leave Alistair on the field. You're not just let me heal for free. Okay. Okay, we've got an Ann in hand at the very least. I don't want to play it just yet. I want to draw cards first. Ooh, I want to play this offering tomorrow, I think. I'll play offering tomorrow. Play Rooney. Miscalculate. I thought I could play the Crystal Witch there. And then I pass my turn. They can have these. Okay. I would like to draw Insight next turn, please. they're mobilizing their factory because I couldn't put pressure on them. We're going to do shenanigans this turn? Or are they just going to pass? They're thinking about it. You are not insight, because I don't get to be as efficient. No, it's not worth spending the Evo here. There's an insight. I will play that. Draw from the... Okay. Okay. Man, if only Fiery Brace could blow up amulets, this would be incredibly funny. But no, I have no amulet destruction in the deck. So I can do nothing about this mobilized factory. It remains mobilized. There's nothing I can do about it. So at this point I kinda need to save these crystal fences for Gales. I see Gales in my hand. They're doing their shenanigans. Okay. This is like, okay, there's Gales. So first things first, I need to get that out of my hand. And then I want to ribbon one of you. Fiery Embrace. Another of you. Get the 6. And bonk with you. Rending Blast my own. And Rennie for the heal. Bowl for face pressure. Heals anything and offering tomorrow to get heals to 5 by default. As long as I don't die next turn and they don't heal for a billion, I don't actually quite have death yet. Right, are they going to kill me this turn? That is the question. That... okay. That looks like they're trying to kill me. Ah, yep. Baha. That'll do it. Hi, Alchemist. What was increasing? I forget what they do to increase their damage there. Does Baha just do that? I want to check the replay. Hang on, I just want to double check the effect. Because that usually does 2. Why did that deal 3? What effect did they play? Replay. It's important to study why you lose matches. Turn 8. Yeah, I don't care about my turn, I care about their turn. I wonder if playing the Anne would have, actually saved me there, because I'd have a ward in play. Yeah. Yeah, its effects deal 1 more damage from the Baha, I see. It was Baha. I forget Baha has that effect on him. It is Anne from Grand Blue Fantasy. Freya here as well. This is Cygames, baby! I kinda wanna go back to this version of the deck. There's a lot of aggressive decks, and I could kind of like use the healing. And just killing my opponent faster, which this deck is slightly better at doing. So I mean, technically, if I'm gonna be pedantic, it's Anne and Greya from Rage of Bahamut. Okay, I will take a Sorcery of Solidarity and a Authoring. Oh, I guess I'll have 2 Authoring Tomorrows then. Fine. But yeah, no, it's Cygames. They love reusing all their characters. Okay. I don't have any single spell boosting there, but you might as well. So against the Runecraft. Oh, that's shooting me in the face. Yeah, I was waiting too. It's literally just because this is my favorite deck that's ever been in... that they've ever had in the game, so I'm like, I would like to play Abyss Rune again, because it's fun as hell. Okay, so they're playing pure spell boost, if they're playing Magical Scroll. I would like to Authoring Tomorrow. For cards. I'm being bugged, I'm being dinked. I'll probably heal that up, it's fine. Yeah, there's Geos. And we'll probably just magic missile away this, Okay, with this hand, these cards in hand, I can just Greya. you have to show up. I think this is possibly why. Yeah, Alcat again, beloved Cygames character Alcat. So my authoring tomorrow is still is on the. So I might as well play this Mileka then, so I actually have remove a card from my hand, and I don't need to actually trade because authoring tomorrow takes care of both of those. Excellent. And again, it's the like early Shadowverse was just like oh, it's Miser. I don't like this guy. Like, nothing against the deck or how easy or hard it is to play, I just don't like Miser. I just think I just hate seeing his face. Oh, I might be screwed if they got their shit going this early. So they're the deck they want to Rooney as much as possible because they're just spell boosting all the time, and I am in a problem. Right, so start. And I can't do shit. I'm so fucked. They've had such a good start. No, they didn't lose Incandescent Dragon. They lost an Alcat. That was the second Geos. Well, I overdrew. I'm just gonna die. I'm not gonna win this game. No point playing out that game. I'm so far behind. They were so far ahead, and I had such a bad turn. Yeah. Oh well. Sorry, Greer, but we're playing the Anne variant. I mean, they're both got Anne and Greer, and it's just which one's I'm doing spell boost shenanigans with. But yeah, they had a really, really good start, and I don't think this deck can really catch up to that. It's against Runecraft again. I don't hold any of these cards in my starting hand. Better. Because there was a Spy X Family collab. That's why Anya is here. And I'm going to shoot her. There's so many collabs. This Cygames loves their fucking collabs. And she shot me back. She shot me back with the she shot me back with the fucking Haruhi Yuki Nagato magic missile. Because that's an alt art that exists as well. That'll be cleared off by the authoring tomorrow, so I don't need to worry too much about that. I can simply might as well shoot this faceless. Right, what actual... Well, you're a spell boost deck, I know that much, because you've been playing Magical Furrow. We have a Geos! Okay, can I can get to below 20 actually, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to duplicate this career. Start with the arcade duplication. Don't need Grail. Evolve Grail. Rhythm you to go on 20. Walk you out and then Crystal Witch. Fuck! Shouldn't have Crystal Witch! I keep forgetting! Oh well, another Crystal Witch isn't too bad actually. It's fine. It's fine! I didn't need the second Greyer, it's fine. I keep making this mistake, I keep forgetting that how Arcane Duplication works. It's a randomly picked from any of the followers you play that turn. So if I play more than one follower, I have to. It's a coin flip. But it's fine, having an additional Crystal Witch is fine. And they're playing Miser. Hi! Other bun. Put that girl on. Oh, that wasn't a particularly spell boosted. There's only one spell boost on that. They only got 2 rapid fires so far, so they're not doing as crazy good as the previous. Yeah, they get a. Oh, no, that's another Geos. The separate Geos. So start with Insight. Magic Missile. I guess I'll Magic Missile into Anne. And just hope I have one more Anne or Greyer in the I keep overdrawing. I keep overdrawing. I keep fucking this up. I draw too many goddamn cards. Okay, they are impaling my arts. So it was a better thing to do to put the damage onto the temporary follower. And they had a lot of impalement arts. They're spell boosting. Spell boosting. That's gonna be Geos. They're definitely gonna have a Mist Dragon on board. They might have enough for what's this Evo? Just don't have a 4/5. Okay, Incandescent Dragon and 2 Mist Dragons. I see, that's why they had that up. Yeah. No, that's not quite enough. I need to get rid of you, which is probably via this one of my Alistairs. I think there's very little else I can do. I just need to knock their board down as much as possible. Like, Incandescent Dragon is the problem. I can't bonk off their 4/3. I'm in a real bad spot. Authoring tomorrow will draw me a card. I'm gonna switch the order, okay. And hope I don't somehow die. I'm probably very dead though. I don't think I can deal with this. I needed Fiery Embrace I needed more hard removal in hand basically, and I didn't draw it. Trading off one of those, interesting. They get oh, they don't get a second Geos though. Okay. I can live with that. Okay. Bonk off here. So banish you. Bonk you down to 1. And then Resentful Blaze. And hope I can somehow kill next turn. So next turn I've got Greya. They're gonna have such a huge board though. The board is going to be so big! They're gonna have Geos. They're gonna have 2 Geoses basically. I'm not entirely sure I can kill through that. Unless I can somehow top deck a, If I can top deck another Anne, I win. That's how I win, because they're not healing, they're just making big Geoses. Oh, they're not removing... Okay, no, they do have a removal for the Alistair. Oh, they have Daria as well! That's another body on the board! There's Geos, and the second Geos. The board is so large! Can I draw anything that saves me here? That does not save me at all. But I can try. Right, so now we draw a card. That does not save me. That, in fact, possibly kills me. If I play Greya, I definitely die next turn. If I play Rooney, I die. And I can't play whatever I draw. So I think I just lose. It's an odd turn, so Altering Tomorrow draws me a card and doesn't do damage. Where was my Geos is? None of those were in the deck. Let's just see what the bottom card of my deck is. It was Geos! Bottom card! Geos! Anyway, I'm going out on my own terms. I face the Reaper on my own terms! If I had Crystal Fencer in hand, that also would have been lethal, because I could have Crystal Fencered into Rooney and dealt damage. I should have double checked how much I'd spell boosted Rooney, but if she didn't ping a follower there, then I wouldn't be able to Yeah, but that was just really unlucky that, like, I banished most of all my fucking removal. Basically. And they had a really fast Geos. Bloodcraft. Haven't seen Bloodcraft today. Okay, I will keep all of these against Bloodcraft. Altering Tomorrow will be very good if they're playing aggressive. And Rooney's just good to have in the opening hand. Rooney and Sorcery and Solidarity are good to have in the opening hand. Do I banish you, or do I just let you stick around for a bit? I think I just let you stick around for a bit. I really want to avoid Okay, that was a very good idea, actually. It was in fact a very smart play to things. So they're gonna bounce me over the head for a few turns. Okay, they're playing Avarice Blood. I want to get that blood-soaked archdemon in here. And I want to stop them doing it. Okay, drawing cards before I start banishing cards from my deck. It's generally the good play. Grimnir! Oh, that kind of hurt. That really hurts, actually. Okay. Ugh, that sucks. It's an annoying stat line. First, let's do 4 before she does anything, damn it. Ugh. I am taking too much damage! Okay, they didn't evolve the Grimnir before hitting me. Oh, that's fine. I'm okay with this. Right, let's get, I need to get control of the board again! I would have rather not have... destroyed the thing that gives them Avarice on turn 6, because I can't remember if they've got the- Fuck, they do have Naria in this meta! Shit! This was exactly what I wanted to avoid, but I was like, can I actually leave that alive? Right, how the fuck do I deal with this? Oh, Greya deals with it, actually. Greya deal with it. So Greya does trade with this. But I can at least deal with their board. I play this Authoring tomorrow to get a card out of my hand. And I get 2 Owlcats, baby! This is a pretty precarious situation, though. They can do a lot of... Oh, that's a really fast 6! Doesn't kill me, but it does hurt. That's 10 damage! I wish I had cards that did shit, so it really needs to be spell boosted once to actually do anything. Do I have Authoring tomorrow on the fight? I have Authoring tomorrow and it's going to draw a card. I've got fucking do so little this turn. And I need to get Authoring tomorrow out of my hand. I am almost certainly dead, though. If I'm not dead, I might win. Oh, that totally kills me, doesn't it? Only a 4/4. That killed me though. Starting to think this specific rotation wasn't the best time for this deck. Let's see if I can find other variants of it that were on the one of the nice things you can do in Shadowverse is you can check tournament winning decks, and because this is all like fast rotations, they have fast rotation star. So is this the last? Yeah, this is the version I'm basically running, isn't it? Yeah. This is what I'm running. That one... Volve Runecraft. Yeah, that's the other one I'm running. That was a rotation cup then. That was Cinderella. Velsar is the, let me look at it. Velsar is the, like, latest set, currently. Yeah, it was Darkness over Velsar. I definitely remember this being fine, but maybe I'm just bad. Thank you for the... Well, we continue. I'm back to this deck specifically, so I'm not playing anything else. So it's hard, like, a lot of people still playing the game are the fucking sickos. Alright, let's see. Shadowcraft again. I can't remember how well I actually used to do with this deck, I just know I liked playing it. Pistol fences. Oh, Midgar? No, this is... somewhere. I forget the name of the... Iolon, I think, is the name of this... of the machine what? The Machine City? If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while. The Kikai type of radar do see if I said it. Yeah, it's exactly that. Right, I don't want you to have this guy when you evolve, so get out of here. Oh, I forgot I wasted that, I could have cleared their entire board. I forgot I had authoring tomorrow up. I should have killed the bone guy and then it would have killed the skeleton. I was inefficient! I fucked up! Okay. Full solidarity. And then... yeah, it deals damage to a follower, which is all I need. Wrong follower. I would like to draw cards. There's a Gears and a Crystal Fencer. That's pretty good. I can Greyer into a Crystal Fencer next turn, and that'll be pretty neat. I need to deal with you before you become a problem. Bone Fanatic. He's a fanatic of bones, don't you know? Okay. Overdrew again. I keep doing that. Okay, I know the order of operations I want to do here. That'll do a board thingy, and then we play Crystal Fencer to judge my Geos to 5, and so he will drop in. He will only drop an Alcat this turn, but there's no. Okay, we have a big scary board, which means I'll probably want to play their all that. It does eat their shadows though, so they're not. I guess it can. It does a. They got a full board of Baku, which is slightly annoying. Okay. So let's start with zapping you to a card. I'm kind of with. I'm gonna get. I don't want to save my Geos play next up, and then we go hop. No skeleton for you. Oh. They got their Chris on board. Chris is here. My board is large and annoying. But I have very good removal. Fire Embrace you. Yeah, Grey doesn't have Evo, so. Okay, Crystal Fencer. Where? And get another Rending Blast and spin my deck. I'm gonna crash this into Chris even though. Oh no, it is gonna do something because I've still got Offering Tomorrow up. So it is gonna kill. It is gonna take him out. Just... I am gonna lose some. I am going to not get my incandescent. I've missed an Incandescent Dragon. Whoops. Yeah, we're Ominous Tyrant. The one thing about Ominous Tyrant is it's not actually dealing with the rest of my board. Alright, so you're on 16, you're on 7. So I lost an Incandescent Dragon and an Alcat. Not great. Okay, that's one less Ominous Tyrant. Ew. Freya. I have so many resentful blazers. Do I want to Rending Blast this turn or next turn? I think I want to Resentful Blaze this turn. Just in case they can heal up. They can make a nice big fucking wide board. And they got Gremory, they're gonna make such a wide board and I'm not gonna have any answer to it. I'm gonna go, no! Somehow don't have the ability to make a wide board. Or play Celeste Omega. I shouldn't have said that, now they're gonna do it. That's not Celeste Omega at least, but it is also healing. Which is why I didn't go all in on... Good thing I didn't go all in on Burn. There's Celeste Omega. I'm fucked. Can I draw Alistair? Nope. Literally can't, like, no point actually playing Geos, he doesn't do anything on play. And their board's only gonna get larger. Oh, they have double Necro Impulse in hand, so I'm just dead. Or just a single Necro Impulse in hand just kills me. I'm starting to think maybe I enjoyed this deck a bit later when a couple of these sets with really annoying stuff had rotated out. Like, because what's screwing me over is Celeste Omega and Reveal cards mostly. No, that was just after Dark. Did I really only have one rotation where I could play this deck? Surely not. I'm just having a ponder. Do I actually play this in Velsar, or did I have to wait a few sets for it to actually be... I feel like it was just playable in Velsar. Because Velsar is where the cards are introduced, I'm pretty damn sure. Let me just check my... Velsar... Greencroft... Yeah. Velsar, Zangrea, and Geos. And all that stuff. Pyrotechnic Witch. So... So they were before Velsar though, were they Reveal? No, Reveal was Vince. Where was Gremory then? That'll be the question. Was she uprooted or... okay. Uprooted was Nightmare Devourer, which was is a big problem. Was Fortune Gremory? No, Fortune wasn't Gremory. Nothing, really nothing in Fortune was really used there. So yeah, the Gremory was still a... Gremory must have been internal then. Yeah, so let's turn those together. Where the fuck was Gremory from? Or unless I just... I wasn't checking the cards I don't have. Gremory wasn't... Was Gremory uprooted? Gremory was uprooted! So maybe I had to wait until Uprooted wasn't a thing, because that seems to have... Because then Shadowcraft isn't a fucking monster. Jesus Christ. I remember when Gremry wasn't even considered a card. It was only until like later Shadowcraft decks came in that Gremry was... What kind of like pitched Gremry into actually being good? Was it it was probably Revile, I think was what I'm looking for. It was probably Invincible Monster Trio. I remember that this being a card that everyone was saying, this is too good! Especially with Gremry! So yeah, it's almost the rotation I wanted. God damn it, they had moved one set. What was the next set, actually? I'm being curious, I'm being nerdy now. I don't know how many of you will actually be able to follow this. Wait, what came after Velsar? Renaissance! Oh, yeah, it was Renaissance. What was Renaissance Shadowcraft cards? Runecraft cards. Yeah, Renaissance had, not Yo. It was, okay, so Renaissance didn't actually have any cards for, Abyss Rune. Abyss Covenant Mage, probably, actually. I think Covenant Mage kind of I think, what's-her-face? Crystal Mage, the 5.1, the spell boost and draw you a card. Oh yeah, it had... Yeah, no, because he played the deck with Isabel. I remember now. That was the... Damn it! I was one set off being in the glory days. Because it was Void Rune and Isabel. Which was also very funny because Isabel's ultimate spell, you do basically a lot of faff to get this really big spell. It's a very good spell, it's 10 damage for 6 play points. But it's also, you no longer die when milling, you just lose 5 of your max defense, which is great for Abyss Rune. Where I definitely, yeah, this was a play, I think you might have, no, not any of these other cards, I don't think these were things. I think Machina Rune wasn't quite a thing until set later. Let's see, what other... Yeah, I remember enjoying... Your Absolute Tolerance was the fucking... What am I missing from this? I don't have enough vials to make it. Damn. Oh, Magna Zero! My guy! Do I want to burn all my vials just to make fucking... Like, I could make this deck significantly cheaper. Like, really cheaper if I just craft the, Magna Zeros. Maybe I can buy some pack. What fucking set was Magna Zero? Darkness over Velsar, okay. Let's just buy some Velsar packs and see what I get. I'm not spending these rubies on anything else. No one cares about card-only animations. Oh, no Magna Zero. Good cards though. Jelta and Zero. I don't think Swordcraft is in as good a position to really use it. Let's see what the throwback rotation top packs get me. This is just from all the... there's a lot, but no Magna Zero. I do have this, so I can get a... Yeah, let's do it. Let's craft fucking Resonance Portrait Craft. It's incredibly funny. Okay, I don't even know if it's any good, but it is... I think Evo was probably better at the time. Yeah, Evo was definitely better at the time because it still had 4 and 10 in it. Resonance didn't really start being a thing until later, but I want to play it anyway. Actually, no, yeah, Resonance really didn't come... Resonance... No, I can't... I really shouldn't make Resonance. Resonance is really bad this rotation. I lost to it earlier, but it's not actually very good until, Renaissance Chronicles, when it gets, Ewan. That's when Resonance becomes a deck that's nearly made a big mistake. Let's see, well, I'm just looking for... Yeah, Voltaire, fucking Highlander nonsense. The plague of fucking Take-Two. There was Bale Bloodcraft. Was this... Is Ravening Corruption. Oh, what am I missing? Too many cards. Just don't have enough. This is the problem with throwback rotations. The rotations don't last long enough for you to get enough of a collection to actually build anything. It's just like, yeah. Yeah, what's that? I'm just like doing this. Was there any? What was I actually playing at this time? Probably was playing Dragoncraft or Artifact Portal. Wow, that's expensive. Or Evo. I probably was playing Evo Portal, actually. But I really don't have the cards for that, because I don't have any of my 4s or 10s. Count Havencraft, where you have to count! That's incredibly funny. Yeah, none of the other... I don't remember any other decks being good. It's like, who knows when it'll have the rotation I actually want. I'm feeling a bit sad now. I guess I get a decent chunk of vials from my expert. It's alright, I feel bad ending on a... Let's do one more game. Let's go pure self-mill and see how it goes. Hand over there. Better default position. Let's Katamine! Katamine Kire! I don't want any of these cards in my starting hand. This is a terrible starting hand, holy shit. Like, Alistair is fine. Again, I don't really... The problem with Alistair is then you're just like, oh, I'm fucking banishing cards from my deck way too fucking early. A little bit of lag. I will say hello. I really shouldn't be saying hello to Kotamine. Alright, that's about the time, though. It's artifacts. And we'll draw cards. Aha. This version I do kind of want to be banishing pretty early on. Now they're ensuring I can't banish him by destroying their own follower. Cassio! Let me just get this. That's very funny. The 2 cards she banished were the 2 other copies of herself. Sure. And this. And then we dig. And then we put a 4/4 ward. Do we have a 0 cost paradigm shift at this point? I have no idea. Probably not. I do get to keep this grayer up, which is handy. Seems like it'd be very aggressive, so... Roll. Excellent. Exactly what I wanted to see. Excellent. Evolve because I want to burn a dig. And because I want the ward to be more annoying. Punch with Grail. And we just roll them down before they could do anything. Oh, I could have waited and gotten another card ticket. God damn it. Let's see what this one gets us. There, we've got opened 10 packs, and that got us fuck all. I probably look. What actual legendary cards do I have in the current rotation, and then see what I can build from there. Throwback rotation. Legendary, what we got? Yeah, I could just play fucking... Why do I have misers? Of course I have Terran, I never fucking got rid of any of you. Let's see... I don't quite have the... I've got a bunch of Nightmare Devourers, but I don't think I've got anything else for Shadowcraft. No. Shadowcraft's very expensive. I've got the absolute tolerances. I can play like any Portalcraft deck. I've only got 2 gear. Oh. It was kind of an expensive time for... Also, there's not that much I can really do! What would I need to make Bale Blood, actually? I don't think Bale Blood was still a thing, but... Missing cards. I would need to use all my vials because I don't have any Vuelas or Bloodstock Dark. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. I think I'm done for today. I think I'm tired. I think that's enough. That's enough Shadowverse for today and probably until... whenever, I don't know. I'm tempted to start doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel streams, even though I don't know if I'll actually be able to make those interesting, because I don't know what I'm doing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but people apparently want, but every time I bring it up, people say they want to watch it, so maybe I will. So I just miss playing, like, multiplayer card games, man. Like, I can play, like, single-player stuff, but it's not the same. And yeah. As nice as it was reliving fond memories, I'm not playing MTG. I don't want to play MTG anymore. I look at modern MTG, like... This might sound weird as from someone who plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, but I look at modern MTG and I'm just like, oh, current MTG stuff, and I'm like, I want to die. Why do all of these cards look awful? So many of the Beauty of Forge, you can play MTG. True. But I'm just like, one, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro suck ass. I know we should kind of like, you say that and yet you play a game. No, that's not a good argument actually, because Konami also suck ass. And honestly, Cygames is a gacha company, so they're not in a great position either. Okay, so I have no leg on that argument. Let's just pretend I never started it. I know how to admit when it's like, I can't morally justify this, and this. Yeah, Wizards of the Coast at least sucks ass in advanced way. Cygames is very blatantly, they are a gacha company. They have a very predatory monetization scheme, but that's what you know. You know how they suck ass. You find magical new ways for Wizards of the Coast to suck ass. At least apparently working for Cygames is pretty great, apparently. But, on Konami, I don't have any kind of leg on that. Konami just sucks ass in all their own different ways. Different ways than Wizards of the Coast, but, in equally terrible ways. The Master Duel is still a really good, card game interface. I'll give them that. Master Duel is the one of the few things that I'll give them. But yeah, like, something about how Magic the Gathering has evolved. Yeah, I realize I'm guessing Forge is something like, Cockatrice or whatever, where it's just entirely fan-owned, but I just don't have the motivation to go back to Magic the Gathering. The new cards are all just a pain in the arse. They all look ugly in a very boring way. Like, you'll get your occasional nice card art, but compared to, like, the character... Maybe I'm just being old woman yelling at clouds here, but older Magic... When you had the really old cards that had bad art... Old Magic Gathering, let's put this out there, had bad art, but it had character, because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Then you get into, oh shit, Magic the Gathering is making shitloads of money now, and we kind of got our ball rolling. And then you get lots of different, still a good variety of art, and it still stays quite interesting. You get some really good body horror stuff with Phyrexians and all that jazz. And they kind of carry that through, just only slightly modernizing it up to, like, a decade or so ago. I was about to say only a few years ago, but it's been longer than that. And then, I guess it's probably since the Hasbro buyout, you could probably pin it down as when the art starts getting really homogenous. Just every card looks the fucking same. And any card that doesn't look the same just looks bad. And then they hide all the good art. They hire good actual artists who are actually allowed to have style and individuality to the cards, but they hide that behind like rare secret layers or chase fancy foil boosters, whatever. So it's like, fuck you. If you want cards that don't look boring as sin, give us a shitload of money. And it's just like, fuck off. No. Just make good looking cards, bastards. Yeah, they got rid of all the in-house artists, and then a bunch of the other artists, and the ones that remained were just like, oh, hello, I'm scum. I was like, fuck off. Meanwhile, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, you expect... Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been a mess. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always had wildly, massive, differently styled card art, and it's still remained that way, and it's hilarious. And it's got more... And like in Shadowverse... yeah, one idea to go Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega or whatever is how a bad Gradia stick. Like, where the fuck are you? Looking for a specific card here. You can look at all these wonderful crossovers. You're not expensive. This is a 1 or 2 point play point card. Am I going mad? Where the fuck? Oh, there you are. We have Hatsune Miku crossover cards that don't look like garbage and don't cost you $1 billion. These were free! Suck that in, your secret layer pipe, Magic the Gathering. I mean, you did have to gacha for the Miku leader, which I never got. But you could get Miku cards for free. You could get the Miku Alt-Art Guidance of the Wise for free. It's a free gold animated card right there, a whole set of them. All for playing in an event. I'm just reminiscing over all the promo cards, because the promo cards are very pretty. And of course there was a Nier Automata collab. This was the first Cygames Nier Automata collab. Look! It's Saber Alter! And you never saw this card being played because it was garbage even at the time. Like the base card, Dark Blade Fiend. You can't really see the original art from here. But Dark Blade Fiend was never good. I can't even see the promo cards I don't have, which is annoying because there's one I missed that I always regretted, and I think you can buy them now, but you have to spend real money, and I don't want to do that. No, that's buying. Can you not buy, no, you can only buy leaders. It doesn't let you buy the, alt art cards. Damn. But there was one of the basic Bloodcraft burn spell, which is Bloody Claw, which is a card that of course crops up a lot. And they made in the first Grand Blue Fantasy collab was just for cosmetic stuff. There wasn't a full set. And they made a Narmaya Bloody Claw, and it was one of the few ones I didn't get. And I'm very annoyed that I never got that, because at the time I didn't know shit about Grand Blue Fantasy. I didn't care. And I'm like, no! My biggest regret for Shadowverse is never getting that alt art, the Narmaya Bloody Claw. What was Narmaya's card, even? She wasn't Eternal, she was, was Brigade the original? Yeah, Brigade was the original, yeah, Brigade was the original one. Where is... Narmaya was a gold card, I'm pretty sure. What was your... gold Bloodcraft card? I don't remember one. And Narmaya, Ephemeral Blade! You were never played in anything, alas. Because Vengeance Blood was not a thing at that time, and never really, and wouldn't be later, and you were a bad way to enter Vengeance anyway. But she do got her ass out. She do be cheeked up. Original art was probably even more cheeked up. Memories. Let's see if I can find it. I do like them when they had the alt art. They just have a bunch of alt art cards that's just cute girl versions of the original cards. If we go to the normal. Maybe the normal Wayfaring Goblin. Promo Wayfaring Goblin. This was on the free track of the Battle Pass. If you were on the page track, you got an animated version. But the Battle Pass was shit. Yeah, they had fucking... They had the fucking... I think, yeah, this is the Shaman King collab. That one came out of fucking nowhere. Who remembers fucking Shaman King? Like, Chikawa makes sense. Chikawa's massive. But fucking Shaman King? Fucking Shaman King? Hey, it's the hot bitch from Shaman King. Dang, Murph was in Shadowverse. Yeah, that is very Murph core, isn't it? Ryanosuke Umemiya. I see, yeah, I do have the OG. So these were this was one of the very first promo cards you could get. This is the first alt art card they ever put in the game. And it's very funny because no one knows who the fuck they are because they're because she's the OC of one of the voice actors. Like the Japanese voice actor for the Rowan, the default Dragoncraft leader. Just wanted to do a cross promo with this other and he had Taji, and there's a Dragoncraft there if I go all the way to the end. Well, this is the other one. The other... I can't remember what exactly they're from. They're from like a radio series, I think? Like, this was a set card. This was a set card, so once it rotated out, you didn't actually see that much. But Taji is a Quickblader altar, and was and so Quickblader is a basic swordcraft card. It's a 1/1 storm, 1/1 haste, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, you get to bring her out a lot and just be able to slap your OG Shadowverse cred on the table. Saying, yep, I've played this game from really early on. Because I got the very first promo cards in it. You can't even, I don't think there was even an animated version of this card ever made. Oh, yeah, it was all good times. Ooh, I love promo Acid Golem Girl. What a great look. We love sharp teeth witches. Oh, gold chip. Nobody played this card, by the way. Boomerang Sister, who's garbage. No one played gold chip. Majora, though. Majora saw a lot of play. It's Pegasus now. But what you did have was, what was my most played at the end? A pretty even spread. I guess yeah, it was mostly Swordcraft and Portalcraft. I played a lot of Swordcraft early on. Ryamu Gaming. Sorry, Goldship, but you can't beat Ryamu Gaming. I'm just reminiscing now. Winding down and reminiscing. I had like a bunch of leaders from the free packs. Oh, there's Anya. She was free. But there was also a gacha version of Anya. Oh yes, Tactical Dog! Best leader. But unfortunately, I like Hot Women. I haven't actually ever any of the other funny leaders. I think Tactical Dog was the only one that was like, hee hee hee, dog. Yeah, no. All of this will be, well, not going away. They haven't announced end of service. They just said they're going to keep going. But yeah, that is probably enough for today. I think if I keep playing, I'm going to get sad and depressed. But thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I will have. So next week will be a bit short because I'm going away for the weekend because it's Easter. But on that, I will see you on. No, I'll see you next week. So probably Tuesday. We'll have a nice time with those places. Boomst! Oh, you're right. Eternal question at the end of the stream. I'm just like, wow. Ooh. Let's raid. Or go raid Lily. Oh man, that's a lot of people. Yeah. Thank you for coming, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Ta-da!